What up, you guys? Welcome to the channel where we make StarCraft into one of the most epic ways to play, win, and get reactions from people. What is going on, you guys? Hope you guys are well. Okay, so today we've got a pretty exciting game. I really hope you guys don't miss out on this because we finally got to play versus a pro gamer. So I kid you not, I was like in disbelief. I had to do obviously background research myself just to ensure that this is actually the player that I was playing against. And I was in disbelief that he was actually playing BGH until I actually kind of went through his Twitch and I saw that he actually plays BGH like every now and then. So again, it's not to say that obviously that's what he plays. He is obviously a low money player. So I don't know if you guys know who Dewalt is. He is like probably one of the best players in the world. So hey guys, if you guys like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the fun troll plays we're going to do on players. Like this one, and this one, and of course this one. And as always guys, make sure to drop some thoughts, comments, or any fun ideas you guys may have. Alright guys, let's get back to the game. He is definitely for sure like the best foreign player in the world that's obviously not from Korea. I followed him for years and he's amazing. So he's obviously been in tons of different tournaments, obviously ASL, BSL. He's covered by tons of different YouTubers as well too. Obviously, you know, Artosis, Saiyan KCM, Falcon, like these guys all cover him. So if you guys don't know who he is, I'll put a pop-up note here for you guys to kind of go do your research and see who he is. But he's got tons of fans worldwide. So again, my friend reached out and he said, hey man, come play this game. We're going to play against a pro gamer. And I'm like, no way, a pro gamer plays BGH? So I was in disbelief. I did some research and I was like, no way, it's actually Dewalt. So I'll put that pop-up note for you guys to obviously kind of see the background research that I did. I'm going to put some screenshots as well too, just so you guys know. And the reason why is because he actually ended his stream pretty early. And I think it's because like he lost the first game and maybe he felt that, you know, it's probably not going to be a good, probably not going to be a good game to kind of show his viewers. But I want to show you guys it anyways because, you know, whether he loses or not, it doesn't mean that he's a noob, guys. And I want to throw that out there. Like, you know, it doesn't mean he's a noob. It just means that, you know, we're just having fun, and this channel is all about entertainment, guys. So it's all about troll plays, entertainment, and just having a good time. So I really don't want you guys to think that, you know, Dewalt is not good, and you know, he's not as good as people claim that he is. He's very good. So, but nevertheless, I'll put a couple disclaimers here, guys. First thing I want to make sure is that, again, I'm not trying to defame Dewalt. Second is I'm pretty sure he doesn't play BGH like that much, but he does play it like from time to time based on his Twitch. And then secondly as well too, like he is playing with some players that are not that great on his team, so I kind of feel for him. But then again, like players on my team, they weren't that great either, so it was a little bit balanced either way. But nevertheless, these games are really fun, guys, and just the reaction to kind of see like pro gamers deal with, you know, players that are obviously not professional like myself, and just kind of the plays that we do on these guys, just to kind of see their reactions and whatnot. So I think you guys are gonna love it. So hopefully you guys stick around and check this out. Alright guys, so Dewalt is actually white tier down at 7 o'clock, so you guys can check on his Twitch. It's the latest BGH video that he's got there, so I actually have screenshots of it, so you can obviously kind of see that it is him. I believe he's with two friends, so Arthur Tank and Leon Krasic. Not sure who these guys are. I think they're Korean, or sorry, Russian, I believe. Dewalt is also Russian himself, so he's actually at 7 o'clock. This was his last game before he ended the live stream. I wish he kept it on because it was really fun, the two games that we played after this. So I'm playing at 9 o'clock here. I'm playing as Deadly Pants. I'm actually not him, so I'm playing as him to get reactions from people, making players think that they've got a shot at winning in the game. On my team, I've got Ursadana. You guys have seen him on a few games already. I have another buddy. So I have one buddy, this player who's tearing down at 5 o'clock here. And then we've got Dewalt's friends. So we got Leon Krasic. He's red Zerg at 1 o'clock. And we got Archer Tank. He's at 6 o'clock here. So this game, I am going to do some unorthodox stuff here. And I was hoping to actually kind of prolong this game, but unfortunately I was a bit aggressive and I ended the game pretty early. I wish I hadn't done that because we could have done some pretty fun stuff, but I'll show you guys what happened. But guys, this is going to be a compilation of 3 games here. So this is the first game. There's going to be a second game and a third game. I'll comment on what those games are in a little bit here. Okay, so I am going to open up with the Canon build here. So I'm going to seal this off, but I'm going to go do some harasses over at 7 o'clock here. Just to slow Dewalt down a little bit here, because obviously Terran's the biggest threat on any team, because obviously they're going to attack, they're going to get tanks and whatnot. So I think Dewalt's going probably for a Marines and Medics build, because he's not going Refinery. So that's kind of good, because I can then tech, I can do some pretty fun stuff later, but typically when they go mech, it's a little bit harder and have to do some much more harassments on them. So I'm just gonna see if I can cannon him here. This is not, again, just to kill him or anything, and if it worked, I actually wouldn't want to kill him, because cannon rushes, like, you know, people just leave right away after, and there's pretty much no fun in that. So this is purely just to do some harasses here, slow Dewalt down, so that we can put our team in the advantage point here. So obviously my team, I've got Terran down here, and then Protoss at the top here. So just want to put our team in the lead. So while that's happening, guys, I'm just going to make sure I seal this off. So I got a cannon here. I'm going to go for a tech build. I'm going to get gas, a core, and I'm probably going to tech 2 Dark Templars. And the reason is because Dewalt is actually going Marines and Medics. So that's really going to support us, because he's going to have to obviously use a lot of comsat to be able to kill my Dark Templars. And then I'll probably go into some Storm Drops, and then we'll probably do some other troll plays depending on how the game goes. So okay, so just scouting 6 o'clock as well, and looks like Archer Tank is just going like his typical standard 3-gate build. And so this is very like typical, because they're probably going to do like Marines and Medics combined with some Zealots here. And so I've seen this on like the game that they played before. This is very standard. This is how most BGH players will play. So I'm gonna go here and do some pretty unorthodox stuff, and these guys, it's probably gonna be one of the first times witnessing this. So again, like, you know, Dewalt doesn't play BGH that much, so I don't blame him for obviously not kind of knowing some of the timings and ways you can build in different tactics. But nevertheless, it's definitely really fun to be able to kind of get reactions from a pro gamer. So alright, so I got the core up. I'm going to get the Citadel of Idun here, and then we're going to get some Dark Templars shortly after. So time is at 4 minutes and 40 seconds here. Typically, if I wasn't doing harasses, like, I'd probably have my Templar archive done by now, and DTs will probably be started. So Zerg is also at the middle here. So my ally, I told Ursadana, I said, like, come back to utilize my cannons instead of fighting by himself at middle. So we're just going to pull these guys away so we can buy some time. So the tactic here is to obviously not waste those Zealots, but to also give Ursadana some time here so that he can build the cannons at 12 o'clock, because they're probably going to go 12. Yeah, it looks like they're going 12 here. So just buying them some time so that Ursadana can get his cannon up here. And once he gets like one more cannon up, he can pretty much defend this. So yeah, and I think Dewalt's friends, like, they're not that great. I don't know how they're friends and whatnot, but like, these guys aren't that great. I've played versus them before. They're probably just like category 4 out of 8. They're not that great. So I'm kind of shocked that you know, yeah, these guys are friends, because I would think that Dewalt, you know, would have pro gamer friends or whatnot. But hey, friends are friends at the end of the day, right, guys? So alright, so looks like Templar Archive is almost done, guys. I'm just going to kill this fort now, and we're going to send, we're just going to rally these 2 gateways to 7 and 6 here, because Terran, obviously, you know, I want to make sure I put Dewalt behind here, and also Archer Tank as well too. Zerg, obviously there's going to be like Overlord, so I'm not gonna go for Zerg, but I am going to be making a Robos facility as well, because in case if my drops fail and they've got like, you know, turrets at the front here, or they've got some more turrets and bunkers at their chokes, I can then drop Dark Templars in the, behind their mineral line as well too. So alright, so Dark Templars are almost done, guys, so we're going to send them off here. Alright, so Dark Templars are going. I'm going to choose to go for Archer Tank first, because I don't want Dewalt to leave first, because if, you know, he happens to have nothing there, he's going to leave, and then we can't do any fun troll plays on him. So okay, so I'm just going to go for Archer Tank. It looks like he's got nothing at his base, so these guys are so busy and caught up with just kind of defending middle and trying to go on the offensive that they didn't anticipate the Dark Templar attacks here. So I dropped, sorry, I sent another probe to go to 11 o'clock just to make a secret expansion here as well. And now we're going to send 2 Dark Templars to Dewalt here, and we're just going to do some harassment. I don't want, again, I don't want to like kill him, I just want to put some time behind Dewalt here. So 2 Dark Templars, and it looks like he's got no detection, so I'm just going to go in right away. So at the same time, I just want to make sure that these 2 Dark Templars start to hit the comp site right away, because I'm sure that Dewalt's going to scan really quickly, and he did. So as soon as we kill that, I'm just going to run the 2 Dark Templars, and then I'm going to send 2 more Dark Templars behind here. And obviously he's got no more detection, so yeah. This is my biggest mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I was too aggressive, and so Dewalt ended up leaving too early. And yeah, we couldn't really do some fun stuff on him. But this was the first game, guys, so let's move over to the second game. Second game was super fun, so stay tuned, guys. So welcome back to the second game of playing versus a pro gamer, so Dewalt. This game, I'm actually Terran, and it's the same friends, so Dewalt is actually at 12 o'clock here. He ended his live stream like after the first game. Unfortunately, I really wished he hadn't, because these games were way better. So again, so same guys. So Leon Krestic, and then we got Archer Tank as well. So on my team, I've got some new allies. I've got the one friend here that was playing the previous game. He's Terran again, and then we got Alec Kazam. He's over at 3 o'clock here, and at 6 o'clock we've got again Leon Krestic, and then we've got Archer Tank at 7 o'clock. So okay, so this game's gonna be really fun, guys. I'm actually gonna nuke Dewalt. So obviously he's probably never had this happen to him before, because he's playing like standard build. He's playing based on like low money maps, and you really don't have the time, you don't have the resources to be able to kind of nuke somebody on that game, and especially it's a very competitive, high pressure and high fast paced game. You're not going to be able to do that. But he is playing BGH, and in BGH a lot of this can happen, so it might be one of his first times getting double nuked. I think it might, so correct me if I'm wrong, guys, if you guys have seen it done on him before. But this is super fun, and I think you know, as soon as this game was done, I believe he probably went and just checked like what happened, because he was probably in like disbelief or just super confused as to like how this was pulled off. But you guys will see this happen here. So okay, so I'm gonna go off with a standard build here, guys. So if you guys have followed my videos, like I'm gonna go for a wall here. So we're gonna tech, and then I'm gonna go with some tank drops. We'll do some harassments, and then while that's happening, I'll probably fast expo, and I'll tech all the way up with the tech tree to get to nukes, and then we're gonna get double nukes, and we're gonna make some distractions and nuke players. So okay, so it looks like Dewalt is at 12 o'clock, so he's going for a 2-gate build. He is a Protoss player, so he's obviously going to continue to play Protoss here. So I think he's going for a standard build, so he's going 2 gates here, so he's probably going to be supporting his allies. So Zerg down here is going for 2 hatch, so it looks like he might have went like a 12 pool. And then we have Archer Tank, I believe he's Protoss as well too, down at 7 o'clock. So one of them is probably going to do Dragoons. I'm assuming it's probably going to be Dewalt. Oh yeah, so it is Dewalt, so he is going for a core right away. So looks like Alakazam is sending some Zealots, and he's doing some harassment on Dewalt here, so this is great. But I'm also really scared because he doesn't have that much, and nobody's helping Dewalt right now, so I really don't want him to leave. So, and then my ally's also sending some Marines here as well, so I'm getting really antsy. So you can see here, guys, like I'm pinging my allies. I'm like, guys, like back, like don't kill him. He's gonna leave, and then we won't have a good game. So thank God he was able to kind of kill this. So he's killed that bunker. I think he took out 1 Marine, and he's got 2 Dragoons that came out. So thank God that he's okay. Okay, so back at home, guys, I have the 1 tank here. I got a 2nd tank coming. I have a dropship coming along as well. Sorry, I already have a 2nd tank, so my bad. So 2nd tank here, and while this is happening, I'm going to get another bunker here, just in case if they do a counter on me, so that I can have some more free time to do some harasses on Dewalt here. So let's go for that drop, guys. I'm going to drop on a Dewalt here, and we're just going to take out some probes from 12 o'clock, and we're going to run away. Again, I don't want to kill too much, because if I kill too much, he's going to leave, so definitely don't want to do that. Dewalt is at 3 o'clock, so he is doing a 2-on-1 versus Alakazam here. So Alakazam's got some cannons, so that's good. Let's go back to 12 o'clock here. So I'm just going to make that drop. Tank 1, Tank 2, siege right away, and we're going to target Dewalt's probes here. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these probes are bunched up. I don't know why. 5, 6. Okay, that's enough. So I'm going to pick it up now, because I don't want to kill too much. And while these Dragons are on this side, I'm just going to run the opposite side. So I'll bring this dropship back now. And I go down here and I see that there's Mutalisks from Leon Krasic. So I'm like, shit, okay, I'm going to pull his attention away by bringing these dropships here. I'm going to drop the 2 tanks down at 6 o'clock. We're going to just pull the attention away so that I can build some turrets here, because I wasn't anticipating him to go Mutalisk. I thought he was going Zerglings, so at least we bought some time there for these turrets. So And we also got the fast expansion down here as well. So once this gets built, I'm going to seal this off. I'm going to put some tanks here. I'm going to seal off 6 and 7 so then they can't go and help Dewalt. So then we can be free to do some nukes here. So looks like Leon Krasich is doing some attacks here. So he's going to take out that turret there. And again, if Leon Krasich was actually really good, he would be able to pretty much meter micro a ton of my CVs right now because I wasn't really ready for this yet. But thank God he ran away. So that's good. Looks like Dewalt tried to do a front bust, but I have 2 tanks here, so he's not going to be able to do it. I got a turret here as well with a bunker, so now I'm just going to make some more turrets here just to seal this off. While that's happening, I did get a Terran armory, so then we can get some Valkyries here, just in case if Yellow's going to be out of control with a bunch of Middleists here. So I'm going to send this Valkyrie to 1 o'clock here. Just going to scare off this these mutas here. So then my ally's going to be okay. So got a second Valkyrie coming. Just going to keep making Valkyries here because I'm going to need it for later to combine with vessels. So then I can go and nuke Dewalt. Because he's probably going to get like observers, so I need a vessel along with Valkyries and 2 ghosts. And so if the observers pop up, the Valkyries will take them out along with the vessel, and then we can be free to make a nuke. So looks like covert ops is done, guys. So I'm going to make range first. Typically I'll get like 2 science facilities, but this time we're just going to get 1 because I do have to wait for a bunch of Valkyries to be made and also a vessel. So by the time that's done, I think Cloak will be done as well too, and along with two nukes as well. So we got 1 nuke silo down. We're gonna get another nuke silo down here soon. I got the tanks lined up at the ledge here, so then that's gonna seal off Archer tank and then also seal off Leon Krasich so that they can't go and do any attacks on either Alex Kazam or my buddy at 1 o'clock here. So just gonna seal off my base just to make sure I get some turrets all around here, because typically if I seal this off, they're gonna attempt at doing some drops here. So looks like there's some Middleist harass at 1 o'clock here. So I'm just gonna pull my Valkyries down 1, 2, 3, and we're just gonna help 3 o'clock here. So a bunch of Dark Templars at the front here. Ooh, that was a pretty good attack. Took out those cannons, and now we can go and take out a bunch of buildings here. So okay, so I'm gonna go and help him with these Middleists here. They're like pretty much half dead, so yeah, we'll take all those out. Okay, so nuke back at home, guys. Nuke number 1 has not started yet. It has started at the expo. Nuke number 2 is also started as well, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Valkyries. I'm gonna need 1 ghost, 2 ghosts. I'll need a dropship, and then we'll need a vessel as well. I'm going to seal off this edge here as well, just in case if Dewalt's going to send some dragoons over, or sorry, some observers over to kind of see what I'm up to. So looks like Dewalt's sending some dragoons over to 3 o'clock here. He was pretty badly hurt because like I took out I think 70% of his probes. Surprised he's still in this game. I was actually very concerned that he was going to leave. So looks like Archer tanks trying to send off some zealots here to the middle, but they're badly damaged. And while this is happening, what I'm thinking for this game, guys, is as soon as I nuke Dewalt, I'm going to go and build mass ghosts with mass lockdown. So if you guys have seen like my traumatizing players with mass ghosts and lockdown, that's what we're going to do. So I'm just scanning Dewalt here, and it looks like he is getting observers. He is massing up with gateways here, and he is probably putting some dragoons, shifting them around just in case I'm going to do some drops here. So that's much anticipated there. So I did a double scan there just to make sure. Alright, we got the science vessel done, guys. Well, nuke number 1, nuke number 2 is done, and just gonna get 2 more Valkyries, and we should be good to go here, guys. So I told them to go make a distraction at middle, so then we're gonna pull Dewalt's attention away. While that's happening, I'm gonna go make the nuke, guys. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna drop the ghost right here. We're just gonna walk straight into his base because he has no cannons at the choke. So while the 2 ghosts, I grouped them in separate groups. So these ghosts are group 2 and these are group 1 combined with the vessel. I'm just going to go around here and see if there are any observers, and he doesn't. So I'm just going to drop the nuke right there, 2 dots right there. And I'm hoping he doesn't see that there are 2 ghosts, because he can actually storm this, but he isn't. So thank God. I'm going to put the view for you guys to see what's going on here. 2 nukes coming down. Boom. We took out everything at Dewalt's base. So at this point, like, I'm thinking Dewalt's probably like, what the fuck? He's probably played BGH before, but he's probably never had this happen to him before because he's, again, he's just playing pub games just for fun. But he's probably like, what the fuck? Like, how did this happen? So my buddy scanned 12 o'clock and it just pretty much like disappeared off the map here. Along with all of his probes. So he's probably like, what the fuck? And my buddy here is like, I wonder what he's thinking. Oh man, Dewalt, if you're watching this, like, no, dude, like, I'm a fan, so I hope you don't get upset here. This is just for laughs and giggles, so I'm still a fan, so don't worry. Okay, so I'm gonna make a bunch of barracks here, so I'm probably gonna make like 4 more, and we're just gonna make a crap ton of ghosts, and we're just gonna surprise middle and do a ton of lockdown here. So gonna remake the nukes here, guys. So nuke number 1, nuke number 2, and looks like Dewalt is still in the game, so I'm surprised. I'm thinking he might be maybe he's got 11 o'clock or something. So by this point I didn't want to nuke him again, because if I nuke him again, he's like, there's nothing left, he's gonna leave. So I was thinking of nuking either Leon Krasich or Archer Tank, which are Dewalt's buddies here. So my ally scanned 11 o'clock here, and I'm like, okay, so you know what, I'll just nuke 11 o'clock. I'll do like 1 nuke. I won't do a double nuke. And I'm just gonna make a distraction because it looks like he pulled his units over to 11 o'clock. His observer actually came back and it hit this turret, and my Valkyries killed it. So I don't think he has an observer anymore. So, but I'm just gonna send this in anyways. I'm gonna sacrifice that, and I don't see any observers here. So I'm just gonna pull this one tank up, this one ghost up, and unfortunately one of them is out of energy, so I'm just gonna run that one away. But I'm gonna save the other one. I'm gonna land a nuke on his nexus here. At least just 1 nuke. So I think he thinks that he killed the ghost with the nuke, and he didn't realize that there's still 1 more ghost that actually laid the nuke. So this nuke's gonna come down, and I don't think he realized. So oh man, Dewalt, I hope you don't hate me for this. Alright, so we took all his probes at 11 o'clock as well too. And this is pretty much the end of second game, guys. Like, after this, like, Dewalt has nothing else, and my ally we're pretty much cleaning up his base. So there's nothing else much left here. So yeah, he ended up leaving. Obviously that's pretty obvious. So let's move over to the third game, guys. The third game was actually super fun as well too, with storm drops. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys. So welcome back to the third game of playing versus a pro gamer. So Dewalt. So Dewalt actually at 3 o'clock here. He's Protoss again. Again, he's obviously a Protoss player. He's gonna play Protoss. Archer Tank's also playing Protoss. He's at 5 o'clock. That's his buddy, and his second buddy is Leon Krasich. He's Zerg, and he's at 7 o'clock. On my team, I have a buddy. He is again, he was in the first and second game. Just one buddy. He's over at 9 o'clock. He's Protoss, and then we have a pub, Strega Benz. I don't know who he is, but he's actually not bad this game. So he's Zerg at 11 o'clock here. Okay, so the objective of this game, guys, is I really want to be able to do a lot of storm drops on Dewalt, and then I'll transition off into mass scouts, and we're gonna do some fun stuff and just get some fun reactions from players here. So I'm gonna go off and build a wall here and do some harassments. We'll kind of see what their reactions are when I do some cannon harassments on them. So I told our Zerg, I said, hey man, can you do some harasses with me? Because I'm going to see if I can do some cannon harasses and just put some players behind on the away team so that we can be in the lead here. And it looks like we found Dewalt. He's at 3 o'clock. I feel so bad. Oh man, like I think it's almost like it looks and feels kind of like we're targeting him, but he is the best player on their team. So I definitely want to make sure that I put some time behind him. So let's go and send 1 probe and a second probe here as well to Dewalt. So I sent 1 probe here to the top here, but he is pretty smart. He did some scouting already at the top here, and I just had to pass by Archer Tank's probe at the middle here, and unfortunately it's following me. Otherwise I would have distracted him with 1 probe down here, and then I would have sent the other probe up here. But I'm just going to do some harassments here. Going to make a pylon, and this is a typical cannon wall build right here, and I'll kind of teach you guys what this looks like. But this map was modified, so I had to kind of figure out like if it's the same location that I can do it. But if it does work, I'll be able to seal this off with a gate and a forge right here, and then I'll make some cannons behind. So while that's happening, my ally is Zerg, so he's gonna again, he's not that great. He should have these Zerglings already at 3 o'clock. I don't know why. So if he actually sends it here, then he can do some distractions for me. So okay, so I made a gateway here and a forge down here, and that's going to be a seal. So that's a tight seal, except it's not ling proof, Zergling proof. So now I'm gonna make some cannons here, and it looks like Dewalt is fast, so he's gonna jump some probes over, and he is gonna try to kill off these cannons here. So again, these cannons aren't to kill him. These cannons are intended to put him behind here so that we can be in the lead. So I'm gonna cancel these cannons because he's gonna kill them. So each time he tries to kill a cannon, I'm just gonna cancel that one. So hopefully by the time that he reaches the last cannon, it will be up and running here. So I do have a second probe up here just in case as a backup, and if that probe died, and it did die. So while the fighting's happening, I'm gonna send this one probe, the second backup probe here. I'm gonna minnow jump, go over, and then we're gonna use that probe to remake cannons and not let him expect it. So typically, like, players won't expect there to be like 2 probes from one player, so that's why I like to trick them, and I'll keep a second probe somewhere. So I wouldn't think even Dewalt would expect this. So it's a very like unorthodox tactic. So while that's happening, while they're fighting, I'm gonna send this probe here, and looks like Dewalt's trying to kill off this one Zealot. Here from, I believe, 9 o'clock. While that's happening, I'm running this probe here all around. I don't think he sees it, and I see that there's a gap right here. So I made a pylon, I jumped over, and I'm not sure if he sees it yet. Sorry guys, that was actually that Zealot was actually mine, the one that I made earlier. That one was actually mine from this gateway here. So while that's happening and he's distracted with this one Zealot, I'm gonna make 4 cannons here. Actually, I made 3 cannons. I made a forge over top, and I made 3 cannons here. And there is a Zealot that's attacking his probes, and there's also 3 cannons here, and he's got both of his buddies trying to help him here and trying to kill off this one gateway. So I left a space so I can remake the gateway, and hopefully it's going to buy enough time here for these cannons to pop up. I'll remake it again a 3rd time here. I don't think I'll get a 4th time, but yeah, it looks like Dewalt's going to kill off that probe. So again, this is just to help, to buy some time away, so that our team can be in the lead. See, they're distracted all at 3 o'clock here trying to save Dewalt. Then my allies are all doing a counter on the Zerg player at 7 o'clock here, which is Leon Krasic. So looks like we took out like a ton of probes, probably like 40% of Dewalt's probes. He had to pull his probes away, so there was no mining time. So Dewalt is probably like 2.5-3 minutes behind now. So back in my base, guys, I'm gonna get gas. I have the core down, and I'm gonna transition off into Reavers as well. My allies are doing an attack at 7 o'clock here, and it looks like he's got nothing. So all of Dewalt's team is currently at 3 o'clock, so they're probably making a run over to 7 o'clock to try to save him. But I think my allies will probably kill a ton of drones here and put 7 o'clock behind. So okay, so it looks like 7 o'clock was able to be saved. Archer tanks making some cannons at middle here, so they're trying to control middle. So that's kind of good. I kind of want them to, pour a ton of money into investing into middle, so then I can go for some counter drops. So I want to make a Robo's facility. I made it over here because there was an overlord over here from Leon Krasic, so I didn't want him to see it. So I made a cannon there, and unfortunately he pulled his overlord away, but he didn't see that there is 2 Robo's facilities being built here. So then I'm going to use it. I'm going to make some Reavers. I'm going to do some Reaver drops on Dewalt's whole team here. So I told my ally, I said, dude, like, don't stay here. Like, go around and then run over to 3 o'clock because they don't have cannons here yet, right? So finally he did it. Like, it took him forever. If he had done it earlier, he would have been able to take out way more and probably even some probes from Dewalt. But anyways, that's okay. So it's good that he's keeping them distracted either way. So first Reaver's going to come out, guys. I have speed for the shuttle as well, too. I wish the speed shuttle would upgrade much quicker here, but it takes forever. Alright, so first Reaver's out. Let's pick it up and let's go to Dewalt. Again, I don't want to kill too much because if I kill too much, Dewalt's going to leave, and then I can't do storm drops and other troll plays on him. So, okay, let's drop the Reaver, guys. I'm just going to target his probes here. 3 probes. Kill off this Zealot here. Alright, let's take out this cannon. And looks like he's trying to attack my probes there. Killed another 4 probes, so that's 7 probes in total. Take out that cannon. I'll take out this other cannon here. 8 probes, 9 probes, and that should be enough. I don't want to kill too much here. We took out like 9 probes from Dewalt now, so I'll bring that back and I'll go and attack Dewalt's allies here. Looks like my ally made some Corsairs, so that's good. It's helping me with the Reavers here. So okay, so I'm thinking probably not going to save our 3rd because there's really no point He's pretty much almost like dead here. So while that's happening, I'm just gonna go counter. It's, you know, sometimes guys it's better to counter. So I'm just gonna counter Archer Tank here, and it looks like Archer Tank has no cannons. Oh my god, he is gonna get massacred here. Oh my god, I'm so shocked he doesn't have any cannons here. I'm almost like hesitating to kill too much, because if I kill too much, he might leave. So okay, so I'm gonna pick it up. I think I killed like 15 probes already. So our third got killed and looks like he left, and my ally here is pretty much contained at 9 o'clock because the middle has cannons here. So alright, so we killed like 15 or more probes here, but maybe even 20 probes from Archer Tank, so that should be enough. I'm gonna see if I can do some harasses on Lee and Krasich soon. Just gonna go check again if his other probes are back, and he's only got 2 more probes here, so I'll take that out. Okay, I'll pick these up, and I think, man, I think these Reavers have like 20 kills on them each. It's crazy. Okay, so I got cannons here. I re-fortified cannons at the wall because I'm anticipating that if they're going to seal off my ally at 9 o'clock, they're probably looking at going all in on me. So just want to make sure that I have this sealed off with a decent amount of cannons here. And yeah, looks like they're trying to make a bust at me here. So this is what you do, guys. If they make a bust, you put Reavers behind, and Scarabs can actually run through. And these stupid Scarabs aren't... They're not doing a good job, because I think the Reavers, the Zealots ran away, and the Scarabs just tried to chase after the Zealots, but they couldn't do much. So, okay, so I'm thinking let's go do some harasses on Zerg here. But I want to make sure I kind of check to see if they have expansions at 12 and 1 o'clock. So just going to go around. Zerg might not be that much of a threat, so I'm going to go around here and see if I can pick off any expansions from Yellow and Dewalt here. And to my surprise, they have no expansions. I think it might be because like we hurt them so much, especially with the Cannon Rush, along with the Reaver Harasses. And so, yeah, these guys don't have too much money, I don't believe. So my ally's also doing some Dragoons along with Disruption Web. So he's doing a good job here. And I think because like these guys are so behind in economy that he can pretty much kind of 1 versus 2 them right now. So I'm a bit concerned because I don't want them to die. So I'm just going to take advantage of the moment here and make an expansion, so then I can macro up to Scout. So the next troll that we're going to do, guys, is Storm Drops. So I know Dewalt is like a very good handler of Reavers, so I wanted to make sure I had the opportunity to use Reavers as well, because Reavers are definitely one of my favorites. Reavers probably second to Storm Drops. So yeah, alright, so let's use Storm Drops here on Dewalt. So I'm just waiting for Storm to upgrade. Okay, looks like it's done. My ally was able to break middle, and he's trying to push over to Dewalt here, but looks like Archer Tank is trying to save Dewalt, so he made a bunch of cannons there. And I want to make sure I have 2 storms on each Templar, so I think I'm at currently like 120/200, so I just want to make sure I have a little bit more energy, 150, so then I can do 2 storms on each Templar here. So alright, so I made 2 Corsairs. We're going to use them. And it looks like Dewalt's trying to scout me. He's trying to see like if like what I'm going. And he sees that I have Corsairs as well, so I'm wondering what he's thinking here. So I don't want him to see the shuttle, so I'm just running the shuttle away here. And so because he's got his Corsair right there, I'm just going to run it around here so then he doesn't see it. So let's go for that Storm Drop, guys. So I'm telling my ally here, I said watch 3. So gonna run it through. Corsairs will take the hit, dropping all of the Stormers here, guys. Let's make the Storm drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 storms here. 6 Storms. Not bad. 6 storms on Dewalt here. We took out like a ton of probes, so Dewalt is probably so upset, man. Oh man, dude, don't be upset with me. This is just for fun, man. So hopefully he doesn't take it too personally. Alright, so let's go do some more harasses here at on some other players. I don't want to keep targeting him too much because he doesn't have too many workers. I've been like targeting him like since the get-go, so let's put our attention on Archer Tank and a few others here. It looks like Dewalt's trying to do some Reaver attacks here at my ally, so he pulled his probes away, so that's good. Looks like Dewalt was only able to kill, I think, like maybe 6, 7. So that's kind of good. Hopefully they feel a bit better that they were able to kind of do some harasses here. I'm going to do our second storm drop here. I'm going to do it on Archer Tank. So going to get ready for it, guys. Yeah, my ally told me that he Reaver dropped him. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, let's do our second storm drop on Archer Tank here, guys. One, two, three, four. Boom. I think we took out like 80% of his probes here. Okay, so my ally's getting ready to do an attack on Leon Krasich here, so I'm just going to go support him. Game should be pretty much ending here soon, because I'm going to transition over to mass scouts now. So I'm probably going to switch this off. It should be coming close to our finale here as well. So Leon Krasich looks like he's got some Hydras here. It's going to continue to use Disruption Web with mass goons here. Man, if he had Reavers too, like this would be super, super awesome. It would look super cool. But he probably doesn't have enough money here, so. Yeah, so it looks like Leon Krasich is probably going to die here because he's got like nothing, and this Disruption Web is really killing him. Alright, I think I'm going to get ready for another Storm Drop here. Looks like Dewalt is trying to see if he can kill my expansion here, but I'm going to drop my Reaver here. Yeah, okay, so he's going to pull it away. Now he's going to go for 7 o'clock. He's going to try to see if he can save 7 o'clock. So I'm going to bring my Reaver here to support my ally. And they don't have too much here. So I'm wondering what he's using his money on if he doesn't have that many units here. So I'm going to drop the Reavers, pick it up right away. A lot of times players will definitely try to target it. So I'm always anticipating that. So I pull the Reavers right away. Going to drop it. I'm always running my Reavers back and forth. My shuttle back and forth, just to be anticipating if they're going to try to target it. So, alright, so it looks like they're not going to do much here, so I'm going to pull the Reavers away and just kind of leave my ally to finish cleaning up 7 o'clock. Meanwhile, I'm going to do another third storm drop on Dewalt here, guys, at 3 o'clock. We're going to go from a different angle this time. And I see that there's carriers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 storms. And we took out a crap ton more probes, and so that's definitely going to eliminate a lot of money that he's going to be able that he's going to need to make interceptors. So he is going carriers, so that's where his money went, guys. So I did not anticipate that Dewalt was going to make carriers. So this is going to be super funny because I made scouts. So he's like, you know what? I'm just going to use my carriers now. So he's got 5 carriers. So he's probably thinking that I'm not ready for this. But check this out, guys. I have 8 scouts. So. Oh man, I feel bad. He didn't expect this because I was like, I pretty much out macroed him because I have so much money. So I'm just gonna leverage these. I'm gonna pull back that one scout there because all of the interceptors were trying to target that one scout. So just gonna micro that, and I'm gonna take out all of the carriers here, guys. Boom. Oh man, that's hilarious. It's so funny that he ended up making carriers as well too. Just the same timing that I'm making mass scouts. So it's so funny. I was going to combine mass scouts with storm drops, but had no idea that he's making carriers as well too. So game is pretty much coming to an end here, guys. So I hope you guys got to enjoy it. That was pretty much the finale here. So again, this is just pure troll plays. Like, this is definitely not like a standard game and whatnot. So a very unorthodox game. Yeah, it looks like Dewalt left here. So no GG, unfortunately. So it looks like he left here, but this is a very unorthodox game, so these guys are definitely not used to the way that I'm playing. And again, like, Dewalt doesn't play BGH much, so I don't anticipate him being that good at BGH. But nevertheless, guys, like, we are playing with a legend, so he is definitely a good player. I hope you guys got to enjoy that. Drop some funny thoughts, guys. Some funny memes or ideas you guys have for our next video here as well. And guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do so that you don't miss out on any fun troll plays that we're going to do. Got tons of different plays, different playlists and whatnot. So, and as well, guys, I always look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.